No, are you serious?
By the defense. He's in the clear. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, taking it all the way home. Out like last week's game.
Wow. What a crazy way to end the game, right? Is that not a crazy way to end the game? Not only win, not only a crazy way to end the game, but just a heartbreaking loss, man. That was a heartbreaking loss last week. If you haven't seen it, well, I just spoiled the ending for you now. So you've already seen the ending to the last video. But the game, it was still a great game, so you might want to go ahead and watch it anyway. Now, before I get into this topic, let me tell you about some moves that I've made in this Browns franchise. I went and got another running back. I went and got Niles Davis out of free agency. I also got two receivers, Brandon Tate and Jacoby Ford. I needed some speed on the outside, man. I needed some speedy receivers. Josh Gordon is still my #1 receiver. But I needed Jacoby Ford and Brandon Tate. I also went and got a cornerback. He had an 85 overall. I can't remember what his name was. Asante Samuel was second with an 83 overall, but I went ahead with the guy that had an 85 because obviously he's better. Now let's get into this topic, man. The game will have been out 1 week tomorrow. Today is Monday. The game came out last Tuesday. So what do I think about it? What is the good, the bad, and the ugly? We're gonna start off with the bad, man. What don't I like about it? Well, for one, the online, when you playing online and you pick a play, after the play, as you can see right now on the screen, your play shows up so your opponent can see it. So if you on defense, they see exactly what coverage you're in after every single play. Well, I guess that's kind of realistic because in real life, they know what they know what coverage you're in after every single play. The people in the booth do. But this is online. We're not in the booth. We're watching on the field. I don't want those guys to know what coverage I was just in. As this noob tries to check him one-on-one, that's why I got Brandon Tate, man, for that reason right there. You can't check him one-on-one that close. But it's a bad thing, but it also could be a good thing because when they see that coverage that you was just in last play, they may think you're in that same exact coverage. I have guidance of people like this. I'll pick that exact same play, but I'll audible when I get to the line. So they'll think I'm in that exact same play. Then they'll throw an interception, or they'll try to run the ball and they run right into the blitz or something like that. So it could be good or bad, but I don't like it. I don't like people seeing my play because maybe I want to pick that play over and over and over again. And if they can't see what coverage it is, then I'm just going to destroy them. They won't be able to move the ball. They'll probably rage quit, all that good stuff. I guess it just makes, as now Davis gets a long run, I guess it just makes things harder for me, which I don't mind. I don't mind things being harder. And another thing, in my quarterback franchise, man, this is something else I don't like. The running backs, a lot of times they'll have a wide open hole, but they won't run through it. Like, if I'm running a halfback stretch, they'll run to that halfback stretch where that player is supposed to go, instead of if a hole opens wide, they won't cut back in that hole, or they won't go to that hole even if it's not a cutback. I mean, sometimes they will, but the majority of the times they won't do that. Another thing, it's not good, it's not bad, but you need to be, I don't know, aware of who you're playing with at all times, like which quarterbacks you're playing with at all times. Because if you go into a game and you playing with Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, or Aaron Rodgers, some of the more accurate quarterbacks in this game, you can get away with some pretty dangerous passes, some passes maybe you shouldn't have thrown, but you throw them anyway. You can get away with them. But say if you're playing with a quarterback like Alex Smith Josh McCown or Charlie Whitehurst, some of the not as accurate quarterbacks, then you will see you can't complete those passes. Or if you're under pressure and there's a defensive lineman or a linebacker in your face, maybe they'll throw a not so accurate ball. But a quarterback like Peyton Manning or Tom Brady, they'll still be able to complete it. Again, that's good for me because I play a lot and I realize that really, really quick. Under pressure, your quarterback will not be as accurate. Now let's talk about the good. Basically, I'm liking everything. I love the fact that some quarterbacks are way more accurate than others, and some quarterbacks can throw under pressure and others cannot. That makes the game a whole lot better. Don't throw the ball in there. You see Blake Bortles? See, he was under pressure. So sometimes if you're under pressure, you don't see that extra defensive back that's right there. You don't see that guy. That's just like real life. And Blake Bortles, he's a rookie quarterback, and he didn't see him. Another thing that I like, the defensive line play. It's so much better. You know, in previous Maddens, if you were blocking a guy and your running back ran right beside the guy you were blocking, they couldn't stick their hand out and tackle you like in real life. You would just be able to run right past them, and they couldn't even just slide out of the block and tackle the running back, receiver, quarterback, whoever's running the ball. But now, you'll see in my next middle linebacker franchise mode, player franchise, another exciting franchise that I'm doing right now. You'll be able to see that. I mean, even in the thumbnail, you can see it. I'm fighting off a block with one hand, and I'm tackling the guy with the other hand. I love that in this game. The secondary, like cornerbacks. I wanted to practice a particular play, a passing play. So I went against the best secondary in the game, the Seahawks. And I put him in the cover 2. I wanted to see what receiver would be open in this cover 2. And I was going at Richard Sherman's side on purpose. So I went to his side. And Richard Sherman was like he was covering the flat and he was covering the zone behind him. And you would have to wait, because if you threw it too early, he would pick that. Like I had a post route and I just had like a little my tight end going to the flat. And he would be up on that tight end going to the flat, and he would start backing up, but he would be backing up real slowly. I'm doing it in my chair right now. He would back up real slow. So he was still able to get back to the flat and get back to that post. I mean, it took me a lot of times before I could actually complete that pass against him. You have to read him, and if that was blitzing, and he was in that cover 2 zone, man, that it was like he was in real life. But when I switched to play to the other side, you know, the other cornerback is not as good. He's not as good as Richard Sherman. He's good, but he couldn't do that. He couldn't do that. I'm loving everything about the game, man. If an offensive lineman is really good, pass blocking or run blocking, run to that offensive lineman side. They blow people off the ball. I'm just loving everything, man. The block shedding, the coverages, the way they run the ball, how they stay up, how your receivers actually fight for the ball in the air, your defensive backs fight for the ball in the air, man. After the first week, I'm really liking the game. The pros are outweighing the cons. And right now, I call it time. I picked Neal. No, it was offsides, but I did pick the Neal because I wanted to score again on these noobs. Like right now, there it is. I just picked the Neal, but I called a timeout because I wanted to score again. But yeah, man, I'm loving everything about this game right now. Well, not everything. The play calling, you know. I don't like the fact that they can see my play. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I got plenty more to come. Thanks for watching.